buddy. 25% off.
What do you think? That one? Alright. Think it'll work? About nap time, ain't it? I don't know.
That's kind of cool, isn't it?
While I was on deployment, my parents asked if I wanted to purchase a 10-acre plot that went up for sale in my hometown. Surrounded by great hunting and undeveloped land, I quickly said yes. That land set for a long time. I've always had a passion for habitat improvement, and it's finally time to see if a small acreage can produce great hunting. This series will cover my journey making improvements on this little place of mine as I attempt to create a whitetail paradise.
Corbin, can you say deer? Close enough. A little vine right here that's coming down, so I'm gonna try to make a scrape, a mock scrape off of this natural vine that's coming down. And I'll come back later on in the season and I'll cut that when I have time, but I didn't bring anything with me today. My little scent kit here. So what I have here is this Black Widow branch butter licking branch gel with a preorbital gland scent in it. And I'm just going to take that and I'm going to rub it onto the vine about where a buck's head would be. You know, about the same height as a buck's head. Then I'm just going to take some doe estrus. This is from last year, so it's probably just going to smell like pee for the most part. And I'm just going to scrape a big area right here. I'm going to pour the rest of this, use this all up. And basically, you know, it's early, it's September, but I want these deer to start thinking, you know, the mature buck in the area, if it comes along and it smells this, it's going to start thinking in its head, there's another deer around here that is making scrapes. And so, you know, early, they're going to start thinking that, you know, and even at the end of September, early October, they're going to be starting some pre-rut activity, and they're going to be, you know, making scrapes and going around and checking scrapes and trying to figure out who is in my area, who's in my territory. And, you know, if they're already thinking that there's another buck in this area, they're going to spend more time in this area. And hopefully, you know, I can get in here early, get a stand in close, and then get a shot at them. The smell of this is just absolutely horrendous. All right, so I don't have gloves with me, else I'd rub that in a little bit better, but that's good enough. And I'll come back periodically every 3 or 4 weeks and throw some more on there. So not only am I gonna put this on there, but I'm also gonna actually urinate on it. And you know, urine actually, after it dries, the only thing that's left is the smell of ammonia. So it's deer, I don't think, can differentiate pee when it's not fresh. There's been numerous studies on this, and I might, if I can find some, I'll throw them in the description for you if you want to look more into it. But I just don't. I have peed in scrapes all last year, and I have noticed that buck activity increases. They treat it just like another buck is peeing in their territory. They treat your urine just like it's just a strange deer, and they want to know who it is. It does not scare them away or spook them. I've had numerous trail cameras over scrapes, and I have not seen them get spooked. And I've been peeing my scrapes for years now, and I have not noticed a buck get scared because of human urine. And now we'll just give it a little bit. We'll come back. We'll pull those cards here in a few weeks and check and see what happens. See if they're interested in it and they take to it. You can see behind me, I mowed these little fingers and trails that kind of go out in different directions from where I essentially want to put a deer stand right where I'm standing here. So I've got all these fingers that I've brush hogged down with the DR. And I'm gonna use this secret spot. I'm just gonna go through here and try to seed them in. There's a lot of bare dirt everywhere. So I'm gonna come through here and throw this seed down, and then I'm gonna come through here with a basically a four-wheeler, basically kind of ruffle up the earth and get these things buried down a little bit. And so hopefully we can catch a rain here in the next couple days afterwards, and hopefully get these up and sprouting. This is a private food plot. It's supposed to, if you have 4 or 5 hours of sun a day, it's supposed to grow in it so it can take a little bit of shade. So it's ryegrass, oats, rape, some clover, Yuki arrowleaf clover, and a few other things in there that deer like. What I like about this Whitetail Institute is they do coat their seeds, so they have better germination rates than typical stuff. I know I've made videos in the past talking about how you can get them cheaper, and you can get them cheaper, but sometimes when I'm doing a small plot like this, I really want high germination rates. So I go ahead and I just use the little bit more expensive stuff. I mean, I'm not buying 50-gallon or 50-pound bags of this stuff. It's just a small spot. This is 16 or 17 bucks it cost me, and so it's more cost effective than to buy, you know, a 50-pound bag and then let it sit on the shelf over the year and then end up rotting anyway. I've got a lot of like forest plants and stuff that are native that are just coming back up and regrowing. But I've also got some of this other stuff underneath, some of this rye and stuff, and it does get a little bit of sun in here, so I'm hoping that it takes off and does pretty well in here. Because if it does, this is going to be a killer area, because as you can see, it's right in the middle of the woods. So it's going to be a killer area if I can get some stuff established in here. So I'm coming through here in this little forest opening that I cleared with the DR. I was wanting to put a stand about right there. And so I just thought I'd come in here and clear some brush away so I could see to shoot, and also throw in some seeds in here for new browse. The cutting will help with the new browse. And then I was just hoping to kind of get something in here, just an annual, to get them frequenting this area. So we came back and we checked. And so I'm seeing these right here. We planted this secret spot private food plot. Whitetail Institute makes that. So it says no till necessary. That's why I bought it. I just wanted something to throw in there that I didn't have to worry about. I didn't want to till up, you know, the forest floor. So there's a lot of ryegrass and oats and rape, clover, and so I can't tell what it is exactly coming up, but these are definitely some type of like a brassica, just because of that leaf shape. But I'm glad to see that something's coming up. That's cool. The no-till worked. I have not had very much luck with that. This is the first time I've used this secret spot private food plot blend, the no-till type stuff, and it has I mean, it's working. We'll see how well it establishes itself, but there's stuff coming up, and it looks like decent germination as I walk through here.